Magandang gabi mga kaliga and welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association ang Liga para sa lahat. Ako pa rin po si Fiona Bacaning, inyong courtside reporter para sa araw na to, and it's been a very exciting Saturday triple header as we kick things off in the second round. Now earlier we did see for our first match the Dasmariñas City Monarchs defeat the Caloocan AM Spikers in 4 sets, as well as just earlier we also saw the matchup between the San Juan Lady Knights DH TSI who defeated the Pasay Lady Voyagers in a 4-set thriller. And of course, in just a few moments, we do have the Quezon Tangerines, our defending champions, going up against the World City College's Marikina Lady Shoemasters. Now, we are still live here at the Inares Sports Arena in the heart of Pasig, so don't forget to head on over here at the venue to catch all our games free. But for those of you who can't make it, of course, you can also catch our games live and free exclusively on pusapi.com. Your game, your community, join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA, and a special thanks as well to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Now, as we head on over to the last match of the day, we're about to see whether the Marikina Lady Shoemasters will bounce back from defeat or if our defending champions will show us just who they really are and that they're exactly the team to beat. Don't forget to keep it locked only here at the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Completing our triple header on a Saturday, you will be seeing the last two teams playing, Zen Basilio and Krishna Lero, running the team's offense for our third and last game for the day. The defending champions, Quezon Tangerines, looking to continue their winning run when they face the World City College's Marikina Lady Shoemasters, who will try to end their slump to start the second round. At syempre, magandang gabi mga ka-volleyball fans. Sheila Salaysay alongside Loy Santa Maria, and you've seen Fiona Bacani earlier at the sidelines. Kami po ang maghahatid sa inyo ng huling laro sa pagitan ng dalawang koponan na ito. Pero let's talk about what happened in the previous game or first matchup nitong dalawang koponan na to, where Quezon defeated Marikina in straight sets, Lois.
As we can see here, Quezon with a total points of 75 over Marikina's 45 points. Well, we can see that Quezon dominated in terms of attacks. Almost na 1 point na lang kinakailangan to double up the attack points of Marikina. In terms of blockings, Marikina found a better way to counter Quezon's attack. However, it wasn't enough still dahil sa mga aces na pinaulan nitong mga Quezon Tangerines.
Well, their last meeting happened, just a few days ago at the Marikina Sports Complex. At syempre, isa nga sa mga nanguna dito sa koponan na ito is none other than Castillo, of course, and she has been really one of the pivotal players for the team, Lois.
Well, para dito kay Castillo, she's one of the players that stood out. And you can see here from their last match against Marikina, she contributed 11 points composing of 10 attacks and 1 ace.
Yes, but for most of the first round, Quezon was led by players like Samantha, Camilla Bartolome, and Shekinah, the Dalieses sisters. But still, it was this time Angela Castillo showing effort more. On the other side for Marikina Lady Shoemasters, it's one of the veterans, one fighting maroon, just continues to lead them, and that's none other than Chopitea.
As you can see here, Sheena Chopitea contributed also 11 points, but it's composed of 5 attacks, 4 blocks, and 2 aces.
Well, she remained one of the positives in spite or despite their struggles in their previous match against Quezon. Well, apart from Chopitea, Sheena Chopitea, there's also Dagarat, who also contributed and made a few points, but still insufficient for them, to even get a set win against this Quezon Tangerines. Now, Fiona has a report about this. Turn over muna tayo kay Fiona.
Lady Shoemasters are back on the court today, facing the defending champions once again. And while there's still pressure, the mood in the team is much lighter. The players say that they're seeing real progress compared to their first ever game. Sabi nga nila na iba na ang team namin ngayon. Mas nagja-gel na kami, mas marunong mag-adjust at mag-communicate, at alam nilang mas nag-i-improve sila sa bawat laro. Now the team's growth mindset is definitely clear and their coaches couldn't agree more. Sabi nga ng coaching staff na mas okay nang matalo ng lumalaban kaysa matalo ng hindi lumalaban. Now for Marikina, today isn't just about redemption. It's about showing just how far they've really come. Now back to you, Sheila and Lois.
One of the factors kung bakit isa sa mga sila ay nahihirapan because Bridget Martinez, we don't see her much in the previous match against Quezon, but I don't know if we will see her again today because she's going to be a really good factor for Marikina Lady Shoemasters. But to all you volleyball fans, apart from watching us live dito sa Inares, today you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community, so join now. The MPVA is also powered by Smart, the official telco partner. At maraming salamat sa ating media partners. Of course, Smart Sports at Puso Pilipinas. Now, the question is, can the Tangerines keep on rolling to start second round, or Marikina will be able to get their first win sa round na to? We will give you that in a bit sa pagbabalik ng Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Presenting our officials for match number 31. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second season of Marikina Pilipinas Volleyball Association of Liga para sa Lahat. This is the third match of our triple header game, a game between the Quezon Tangerines versus the World City Colleges Marikina Lady Shoe Masters.
The starters for Marikina, we have Lero, Valmedina, Aguila, Dagarat, Lenguaje, Palek, and their starting libero is Cruz. On the other side of the court is Basilio Badion, of course, Lieses, Rojo, Tan, Limpot, as they are starting libero. The girls of Coach Jandre Lucero of the Marikina Lady Shoe Masters and Coach Jerry Yee of Quezon Tangerines. Naglaban lang ito, their first round just a few days ago, Lois, and it happened in the home court of Marikina. It was an easy match for the Quezon Tangerines, finishing it straight sets. But we'll see if that will happen again, or Marikina will have a different story as we begin set number 1. Good net defense. Lero taking matters into her own hands and getting their first point.
And immediately, Lero, they found a way to gain a point. Of course, the 1-2 play. And it's now time, since mentioned na bago pa lang, fresh pa yung memories from their previous matchup. And I think it's time for Marikina to strategize and, of course, recall yung lapses and find better ways to respond.
Back-to-back points for Marikina as Quezon commits another error.
And now Marikina with a good start.
3 straight points with the service is. That's the second point of the team captain.
Lero is really active now at the start of this set, already contributing 2 points.
Make that three. Another ace. What a way for Marikina to start set number 1. Lero serves. Attack. Blocked. Good recovery by Quezon. Lero setting this one to the Garat. Down the line hit, and that will work.
Now Dagarat found the spot, aiming for that down the line hit.
Lero still on deck. And that's her third ace.
Now sa puntos na meron ng Marikina ngayon, 4 doon ay galing dito kay Lero. Really starting off strong.
With that, an error was committed.
We can see that she's just laughing it off. Not swayed by that previous error.
Lero to Palek. Sent back, no coverage.
And a good block there. Coming from Agan.
Good serve. Lero goes to the opposite. A drop will not work. Power tip. Getting another point for Quezon.
Now Yeses with a drop ball.
That's Kyle Yeses. To the middle. No go for Aguila. Basilio goes to the opposite. Off speed. And Rojo able to find a way to get a point.
And now itong Marikina, napapatay ng Quezon with just a drop ball. It's about time for Marikina to make adjustment and also pay more attention dito sa mga easy ball.
Lero not being able to hit that ball. And with that, isa na lang ang kalabangan dito ng Marikina. Palek attempts. Quezon Tangerines able to recover. Back quick. Off the block. Quezon Tangerines rejected. Attack from the back. Lero to Palek. Basilio. And that time is in. Attack coming from Quezon Tangerines.
And one of the powerful attacks coming from Kyle Yeses.
Lero gives this one to the opposite. Off speed will not work. Rojo is blocked. Yeses will try still. Rejected. Chance for Marikina. Goes to the Garat. Good floor defense. Palek over the blockers and finding the floor.
That attack, she was just aiming na mapasok yung bola na yon. Didn't even went over the player's head. But eventually, bumaba yung bola.
With first ball, Basilio sets this one to the open. That one. What an attack. Coming from Bagaan.
And I think from that last frame, it was Elieses. No mercy on that hit.
But an error committed. Marikina takes on the lead as we head on to our first technical timeout.
MPVA will mark the technical following. XRB.
Fans play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. The defending champions Quezon Tangerines face a big test today as they take the court without their usual starters. Now it's the second stringers and homegrowns who will carry the fight. Despite the fatigue of having back-to-back game days, the team remains upbeat. For the Tangerines, today's a great chance for the younger players to gain exposure and apply what they've learned in training. Kitang-kita naman kasi paga nila kahit sa warm-up pa lang. Kayang-kaya talaga nila lumaban, sabi ng team. Now, the mood today may be different, but leadership is shared not just by the seniors, but by everyone eager to step up. With confidence and heart, the Tangerines hope to prove that championship grit runs deep, starters or not. Back to you, Sheila and Lois.
Well, of course, definitely, it's whether you are starting or, off the bench, you are expected to perform, and that's what we are seeing right now on the side of Marikina. But somebody has to step up, lalo na there's no Bridget in this match, and actually in the last match. But in that last sequence, what a hit coming from the Yeses.
Well, yes, and showing no mercy from that attack.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Basilio to the open. And that ball is in. Point goes to the Lady Shoemasters.
And it was a point coming from Palek. I think it's also nice that she's playing because of the presence of her ate, Shannon Palek. Also a former player for Marikina.
Service error committed.
Now serving Shekinah Alexis.
This is a Shekinah Lieses. Lenguaje down the line. Picked up Basilio. Off the block. That time.
With a little hesitation there from the defense of Lenguaje.
That time, the last attack is Angela Castillo of Quezon Tangerines. Service ace adds to the board for Shekinah Lieses.
Final Yeses being really active. I think isa siya sa mga counterpart ito ni Lero's been stepping up at the start of the set.
Diero to Palek, just hitting that too low towards the net.
Uncontrolled itong mga bola ni Palek kanina. And 2 consecutive errors.
12 serving 10. Free ball for Quezon as Basilio sets this one to the open to Castillo. Block, but that ball goes out.
And hindi lang maayos yung paghawak dun sa bola na yon from the block.
Dagarat to Lenguaje. Lenguaje hitting that cross court.
Now, slowly, we're seeing players stepping up on the side of Marikina. It's only not, hindi na lang isang pangalan.
Good save by Quezon. Chance for Marikina. Too long of an attack from the middle.
And ngayon pa lang sana na-activate itong mga middle. Especially we have Bal Medina in the front line.
Lero to Palek, picked up. Basilio with a drop, did not go through.
I think Basilio was really attempting a 1-2 play. However, namali lang ng execution. Could have been a point, especially with that donut hole on the side of Marikina.
That time it's too long naman for Bal Medina.
Errors are really piling up on the side of Marikina. And this is something that they really need to minimize, especially knowing being up against strong opponent, the defending champions.
Lero gives this one to Dagarat. Excellent timing of Lero that time, and Aguila in front.
Lero present again, claiming another point for Marikina.
The team captain now serves. Basilio to the middle. What an attack coming from Rojo. And with that, we are heading on to our second technical timeout. 16-13, Quezon on top.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Mapapanood ang lahat ng mga laro ng MPVA live and free exclusively sa pusopi.com. Your game, your community, so join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA, and thank you to our media partner Smart Sports at Puso Pilipinas.
Now serving Angela Castillo.
Still back here at Inare Sports Arena. It's Marikina going up against Quezon. Good effort, but that ball won't go through. Pupuntos ang Marikina.
Medyo inadasan yung set na yon by Yeses. But then again, kinulang ng push to get it through the net.
Marikina only down by 2. Basilio chasing the ball. Marikina magbibigay ng free ball. Off the block. Lero to Lenguaje. And that is too strong for Rojo.
And for both of these teams, exchanges na ng errors nakikita natin. More uncontrolled balls.
Good serve. Basilio goes to the middle. Excellent net defense by Marikina.
And because of Quezon Tangerine's errors, slowly, itong Marikina nakaka-bounce back na, and they sure know how to take advantage of those errors coming from their opponent.
We are now tied at 16. 10 checks in for Quezon. Basilio to the open. Lero gives this one to Lenguaje. Tries another one. And with a drop, that will work for Marikina.
And Lenguaje, good decision there. Trying to make it work on the second time around. And it's good na kahit bata pa itong si Lenguaje, she still managed to be a par. However, that error coming from the Garat.
We are still tied at 17 though. Tan serves for Quezon,
Homegrown player of Quezon.
but committed an error also. Serving for Marikina is Aguila. 18 serving 17. The libero setting it up to the open. Rejected. Free ball. Tanza para sa Quezon. A drop by Badion, finally ending that rally.
Badion found a spot, was executing gain ng point through a power tip.
We are tied again at 18. Miscommunication on the floor for Marikina. And service ace for Rojo.
Nobody went after that ball.
Oh, sharp serve. Great anticipation by Badion at the net.
I think that's the first joust here in this set. It's between Lero and Badion.
Another error.
And Quezon Tangerines keeps on giving out free points. It puts Marikina at an advantage.
Good pickup. Lero to Lenguaje. She was underneath the ball, but getting a point as there was a whistle called against Quezon.
And still, she managed to get it through the blockers.
Tied at 20. Service errors This time coming from the Lady Shoemasters.
Now serving Shekinah Yeses.
Shekinah Yeses serves for Quezon. Lero sends this one to Lenguaje. Full swing. It will go through.
And that point came from Castillo.
Timeout, Lady Shoemasters. Let's listen in.
Now, yung defense natin, maayos naman eh. Konting tiyaga pa, andyan na tayo. Huwag niyong puputulin yung momentum nyo. Naintindihan? Second ball, Lero, tara. Huwag niyong bibitawan. Tara, kunin natin yung first ball. Tara, tara.
So from that timeout, coach was just instructing his players to keep the momentum on their side. Of course, it can really help them, especially that they have improved floor defense and as well as first ball. It's just about time to aim into killing that attack.
Lero, bibigay kay Lenguaje sa open. Too strong for the blockers of Quezon.
And Lenguaje now stepping up. Of course, the absence of some of their senior players, we really needed somebody to at least fill in.
That time, it's Castillo just hitting it over the blocker's hands.
Now serving Sophia.
It's amazing how this pool can all now showcase.
Timeout called once again by Marikina Lady Shoemasters. Pakinggan natin.
Pwede may bigay ng trust kay Celine. Pwede.
Oh, sige.
Chance ball?
Ano mas
No, no.
prefer mo? Dulo?
Coach, kasi
Pwede dulo. Pwede dulo. Pwede din siya palo ng press. Hiwalayin lang natin yung blocker. Back with C.
O, tara, tara.
Pwede mo i-down the line. Pwede mo din i-down.
Isang magandang receive lang. Isang magandang receive lang. Tara.
It's also amazing how itong mga coaches nangingi rin ng opinion sa mga players. And this will show how attentive the players are and as well as specific instructions were given. Now strategizing na itong Marikina on how they'll be able to counter.
23 serving 21. Overpass. Basilio gives this to Tan. Somebody touched the net.
It's really clear that somebody did touch the net. I think yung baba ang nahawakan nito ni Dagarat.
After that point, service error. One set point save. Medina now serves for the Lady Shoemasters. Basilio. There was an error in the set. Back-to-back points earned by Marikina. And this time it's Coach Jerry who will call for a timeout, which is very rare for him. Dahil sayang yung mga pagkakataon na yon na they're already at set point, pero itong mga errors na to stopping them to get that first set win. It's also the effort of Marikina na nakikita dito, allowing or stopping Quezon to be able to convert those points. But we will see if this timeout will favor Quezon or will favor Marikina, as Medina still serves for the Lady Shoemasters.
And because of how close the scores are, the points. It was enough to call for a timeout para dito kay Coach Jerry.
Full swing. Lero to the garat. And that just went through the blockers' hands of Quezon. We are tied at 24. First set pa lang, extended na agad.
And we can just really see yung body language nitong Marikina. You can really see that they're just enjoying the game.
That's right. Basilio, combination play, off speed. Nabasa pa rin niya ni Aguila. Tries the open this time. Back to back. Good defense by Marikina. Dagara tries off speed. Naiangat pa yan ng Libero. Oh, that's just too strong for Lenguaje.
And from that attack, it came from Castillo. She sure made that attack so much power.
Kanina pa nila gustong bumawi. Free ball for Quezon. Basilio. Castillo. Angat. Dagarat. Picked up. Attack from the back. Dagarat tries and that is out. And with that error, Quezon Tangerines able to regain their lead and taking on our beginning set. Simula pa lang yan, intense na tayo agad. This is a tight match already. 26-24 is the score.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
26-24, and this was won by Quezon. It was truly an intense set number 1, Lois. Nakita natin, naging aggressive ang Marikina at the start. Actually, all throughout this set, pero sila yung naunang nakalamang. However, nabawi naman ito agad ng Quezon Tangerines.
I would say na itong Marikina, they presented a more mature and calm plays. And even kahit ganun yung pinerform nila, I would say improved nga. On the side of Quezon naman, they just provided more power and variety of attacks, even if the scores were close. The errors piled up also on their side. And a costly error from Marikina. Their opponent gave them the 1-set advantage.
That's correct. If we look at the numbers, Quezon dominating the attacks, 13-7 only when it comes to blocks and aces.
And as you can see here, even with more aces, Quezon still managed to clinch a win because of course, their attack, which became their advantage over Marikina.
That's correct. We'll see if masusustain ng Quezon yung momentum nila or Marikina also be able to maintain yung intensity ng laro nila going to second set.
Well, dalawang kupunan nagbigay ng double-digit errors para sa kanilang mga opponents.
That's correct. But I like how Marikina Ladies Masters is moving for this game compared in their previous matchup just a few days ago. Palmedina now serves to begin set number 2. Good first ball. Attack from the opposite. Lero to the Garat. Nakuha ni Castillo. Paleg to the open. Tough angle. And it was Marikina winning that rally, getting their first point on the board.
And Paleg hammering that attack. Targeting cross court.
Valmedina on deck. Basilio to Rojo. Rejected. Excellent timing for the blockers of Marikina.
And we can see here that their presence of mind, not just dito sa net defense, but also in terms of floor defense. There are follow-ups in terms of their action as well as coverage coming from the blocks.
First service error.
Now serving, Angela Castillo.
Lero to the Garat, off speed. Kinuha ni Lieses. Lieses tries. And good read that time by Lenguaje, Lagbala Matrix. Para lang maiwasan yun. And she knows that that ball is out.
And it's because they're paying more attention right now. Yung presence of mind existing dito para sa Marikina.
Sayang, service error given up by Lero. But still, they are leading here by a point. Lero to the opposite with a drop. Did not work. Yeses tries off the block. And that's a point.
Again, yes is present again in the attacking department.
We are now tied at 3. Service ace adding to the point, courtesy of Banyon.
I think Badyon now has 3 points.
Good block by Quezon. Tagarat tries again. This time, Lieses. Basilio to the open with a drop. Nandun si Lero. Palek tries. Too strong.
Now I would say from that last frame, parang nakailalim na ito si Palek from that set.
Still serving, Sophia.
Oh, a strong and sharp serve by Badyon.
Again, Badyon consistent on the service line, making sure that the ball is really controlled.
First ball, Lero to the open with a drop. That was well read by Basilio. Ball went out.
Again, errors are piling up para dito sa kupunan ng Marikina.
Aguila was dug off the blockers. Lero, attack from the back. Excellent net defense by Marikina. Chansa. Oh, you love the effort being shown here by the Tangerines. Lieses, easy attack. And a point earned. That is their 8th. Kaya naman pupunta tayo sa ating first technical timeout. Lamang ang Quezon Tangerines.
Let's play
Game!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Leading her team with passion and purpose, Captain Krisha Lero shares that their main goal goes beyond just winning. It's about inspiring young athletes in Marikina. Lero says they're focused on building grassroots players, showing that even local talents from Marikina can also compete at the high level. She emphasizes the value of experience for their younger players who now get the chance to face strong, high-caliber teams, even if they're not from UAAP or NCAA schools. Now for Lero, it's a nothing-to-lose mindset, believing that every match brings learning and growth. With hard work, teamwork, and inspiration as their foundation, Lero and her squad continue to prove that Marikina volleyball is definitely on the rise. Back to you, Sheila and Lois.
Well, you know, Marikina is one of those LGUs na talagang very supportive when it comes to sports, not only in volleyball but also in basketball and other events. Last time nung doon nung venue natin, paglabas ng Marikina Sports Complex, you know, there's buhay na buhay yung arena nila. A lot of people running around, you know, the arena, the stadium, playing badminton. Grabe, ang dami. And the LGU is very supportive of this. And that's really one of the projects also of the other LGUs. And etong MPVA mismo to discover more talents, grassroots development programs. But timeout muna ang Marikina Lady Shoemasters.
Walang energy. Parang ayaw niya nang lumaban. Hindi pa tapos yung laro. Ay, naku. Teka lang, makinig muna kayo. Isipin niyo muna kasi yung depensa. Bago tayo umupensa, wala na nga tayong depensa. Ayaw pa natin umupensa. Ay, naku po nga lang. Wala tayong magagawa dyan.
Chelsea,
Kasi coach, hirap sa atake coach eh.
ang pwede natin gawin.
Just about the shift in mindset na meron itong Marikina. Of course, di natin masisisi that I would say intimidation is now also present because Quezon Tangerines already claimed itong first set. But of course, there's a difference na nangyayari ngayon in terms of the second set because of the defense. Ito yung nawala ngayon para dito sa side ng Marikina.
Well, apart from that, winning first set para sa Quezon, itong Marikina, you know, ang laki na rin ng kalamangan nila this second set. So it's going to be, you know, more difficult for the Lady Shoemasters to cope with this huge lead. Pero yung kanina, first set, ang ganda ng ipinakita nila. So alam mo yun, kaya nilang ulitin yon. Pero with this huge lead na, it's somehow bumababa na yung moral nila in this game. But sabi nga ni Coach, importante meron silang depensa kasi hindi sila makaka-convert or even create a play if wala silang magandang depensa. But that's even a better attack down the line. Unleash Balyeses.
Really with so much power on that attack. Even yung approach niya was really aiming to get the point from that attack.
Liero to the middle, to the open rather. That time, it's Liam Lenguaje.
Again, Lenguaje, even in the absence of some of their senior players, still stepping up for this match.
5 serving 13. Back row hit will not work for Rojo.
A lucky point for Marikina.
Mahababa pa ang habulin dito ng Marikina. But they just need to be consistent. Less errors. And an ace. No, this points that they're really working hard on, that will possibly become a spark for Marikina again to play or perform how they did during the first set. Almost an ace. Chance ay bibigay sa Marikina. Lero to the open. Good pickup. This time, attack from the middle, courtesy of Bal Medina.
And it's surprising how Bal Medina received that ball coming from the free ball of Quezon Tangerines. And immediately, hiningi niya agad yung set, which she then gave justice.
With first ball, Basilio to Calieses. And that ball went through.
That has been expected of Lieses, one of the top players and contributors para dito sa punan ng Quezon.
A good floater. Oh, that's a tough setup para dito kay Lenguaje, pero nagawan pa niya ng paraan.
And because of that adjustment, 5 puntos na ang naitatala. Na-contribute nito ni Liam Lenguaje.
Basilio to Castillo off speed, just finding that open spot.
Castillo with that smart move, something to break off Marikina Lady Shoe Masters momentum.
Lero setting this one up. Upalek, free ball. Castillo tries, just really approaching it quick to hit it over the blocker's hands. Quezon Tangerines having a huge lead at this part of the game. Second technical timeout, they are leading 16-9.
Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
You are still watching watching the Marikina Pilipinas Volleyball Association, and you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. At maraming salamat to our media partner, Smart Sports at Puso Pilipinas. And of course, Quezon Tangerines would like to say thank you to their local sponsors, Governor Helen Tan, RD Tan, Doc Kim Tan, and Kong Mike Tan. Maraming salamat po. Meanwhile, back on the floor,
Of course, Badyon guarding that net.
Quezon Tangerines with a huge 8-point lead. Lero to the open, and what an attack that time for Lenguaje.
And Lingua, we can really see her eagerness na makakontribute dito sa puntos. She's been really active in this attacking department. And we're hoping that somehow these efforts made by Lenguaje can boost the morale of her team.
Tagarat wiping it off, pero naibalik. Tries the second time and finding that spot. Too close. Getting that point for Marikina.
And as you can see, hindi naman ganun kalakas. Just aiming for that other side.
But that ball went out.
And unfortunately, as they try to get close dito sa puntos ng Quezon Tangerines, another error was committed.
Sharp serve. Pero to the Garat. Well, at some point, that ball made it through the line on the court of Quezon Tangerines.
And it's an easy ball coming from the Garat.
Now serving was Holly.
12 serving 18. Too strong for Balmedina.
And ito na nga, nangyayari na after getting a point.
Now serving
Error naman ang pumapalit.
Sharp serve. Remarkable anticipation at the net for Badyon.
We're hearing more from Badyon, especially in this set. Marikina now needs to work on their coverage.
Chance for Quezon. You know, that miscommunication, no communication at all on the side of Marikina, leading to an error. But that's favorable for Quezon. Timeout called. Let's listen in.
Yun lang yun. Pinabayaan natin yung second set. Ayaw yung dumipensa ng maayos. Ayaw yung kunin ng yung mga services natin. Sobrang baba ng percentage. Dapat maayos natin yan. Yung ganyan pa lang, naintindihan nyo ba? Konting tiis lang. Tara, tsagayin natin.
Tsaga lang, guys!
Really all boils down to the basics. Of course, for Marikina, as reminded by their coach, they need to work on their receptions and at least replicate what they have done in the previous set for the first set.
At kailangan talagang mas maging patient sila. You know, in every move and every point, they have to lessen their mistakes.
They were also commended pa nga ng coach from the previous set because of how effective their defense are. And now, ito yung nawawala sa kanila ngayon.
Attack from the back. Basilio. Well, to the opposite, and Aguila, though she was able to block it, the ball went out. 10-point lead by Quezon Tangerine. Sarte on the floor replacing Lero. This time Ramos is on the floor for Quezon Tangerines. (22) serving 12. Free ball for Quezon. Basilio goes to the opposite, and that ball falls on the floor of Marikina.
Somehow that attack was saved by the net. And that point was courtesy of Ramos.
Sarte goes to the Garat, and cross-court attack is a yes.
And then yung sinasabi ni Coach kanina, if they have good reception, good first ball, maganda yung magiging distribution ng sets.
Last second position, inaayos itong Quezon. The SS attacks. Picked up. Sarte couldn't go to the ball that quick. Quezon now at set point. And Badion on deck. Oh, what a smash by Dagarat from the opposite.
Even now, kanina we have Lenguaje making a noise dito. Yun, it's Dagarat stepping up for her squad.
10-point lead by Quezon. Down to 9 with that service ace.
Subdivision. Boys anymore, player number 5 out and player number 6, Leo Leguay.
Serving 24. Another ace for the Lady Shoe Masters.
As you can see, Dagarat is more focused. Lalo na ito dito sa mga puntos na to. And in this set, slowly proving na hanggat hindi pa umaabot ng 25, they still have a lot of opportunity.
What a setup. Started from a really good first ball. And you like how Quezon Tangerines responded. And that attack, well, no one on the side of Marikina able to get the cover as the Quezon Tangerines won set number 2, 25-16, third set sa pagbabalik ng Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play
Game!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
(25-16), Quezon Tangerines displaying more aggressiveness at this part of the game, showing no mercy dito sa set number 2, although Marikina has their hit and miss contributions, but consistency also was not present, just allowing the Tangerines to, pull away and get this win.
Of course, apart from dominance in terms of attacks, Quezon Tangerines made sure na makukuha na nila to in more improved plays, lessened errors, and something that Coach Jerry wanted to see inside the court.
Well, looking at the numbers of these statistics, 12 of Quezon to 9 of Marikina aces, 3 both teams, and when it comes to blocks, there's 1 for Marikina. But it's more of the errors na binibigay dito or binigay ng Marikina sa Tangerines. Yun talagang malaking factor para makalayo itong Quezon. Set number 3, and it was a strong attack by Yesha Rojo to begin and get their first point.
And dito sila consistent, giving out explosive attacks. And if I were Marikina, something that I needed to do is, apart from my floor defense, is to work on the blockings. If hindi ma-block, at least deflect yung speed, followed by a coverage. Now we have Bal Medina on the service line.
Bal Medina on deck for the Lady Shoemasters. With first ball, Basilio goes to the open. Picked up by Lenguaje. Dagarat tries. Rojo with a cross court. One hand pickup will not work. Too strong to handle that attack.
Now another player stepping up, also helping Yeses to gain a point for Quezon, is none other than Rojo Yesha. Sobrang effective ng mga atake na pinapakita ng Quezon Tangerines ngayon.
Off the block, there's a whistle called against Marikina. Point will be awarded to Quezon.
And again, errors on the side of Marikina.
With first ball, Lero goes to the Garat, cross court, too wide.
But somehow a good attempt from Dagarat. Miscalculated nga lang. Too much power.
Quezon Tangerines having a 3-point lead. Aguila was dug. Full swing. Too much power for Kylie Yeses.
Yeses making sure na hindi mabablock. And also yung pag-establish ng blockings ng Marikina, somehow at fault.
Dagarat rejected. Lero just pushes the ball over. A drop was read by Lero, but That ball goes out. This will be in favor of Quezon.
Marikina still scrambling on their defense.
The performance now of Marikina totally different. But Tagarat manages to hit that ball, penetrating the blockers of Quezon.
And upon observing itong si Dagarat, as time goes by, she keeps on attacking. Every time pataas na pataas yung speed and also yung power ng kanyang mga bola.
Basilio to the open. Oh, what a dig. The libero hitting that ball. Sayang ang effort. Palek touching the net. But I like how Cruz able to pick up that attack earlier. Siya na yung nakakuha. Siya pa yung pumalo.
And also kudos to Cruz because ginagampanan niya yung mga roles niya as libero.
Tagarat from the opposite. Basilio off the block. Cruz. Oh, what an attack coming from Tagarat.
Dagarat already contributing 7 points. Really consistent.
Three serving 7. Basilio sends this one to the open. That is, of course, Shekinah Liesis. Just putting too much power in that last hit. First technical timeout, Quezon having a 5-point lead.
Checks, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now in tonight's match, the Quezon Tangerines are turning to Claire Castillo, who's stepping up in the absence of several regular starters. Castillo says she's excited to share the court with the team's homegrown talents, a chance to show the hard work that they've been putting in during training. Now with many seniors about to graduate, she sees this game as valuable exposure for the next wave of Tangerines. Now Castillo knows trust will be key, saying that her teammates are ready to prove what they can bring to the court. Now taking on a bigger role, kunento sa akin ni Claire na gusto niya mag-lead sa oras na to. Not just with her plays, but also by being a role model for the team's younger players. Now for the Quezon Tangerines, it's all about confidence, teamwork, and making the most of moments like this. Back to you, Sheila and Lois.
Thank you for that report, Fiona. Siyempre, yung playing years mo, hindi naman forever yan. As much as possible, the years that you're playing for and with the team, yun talagang matitreasure mo every time. A lot of wins, a lot of championships. And of course, it's the bond between you and the team. So we'll see if, ang sabi nga ni Fiona in that report, it's the leadership. Yun ang gusto niyang mangyari. And so far, nakikita natin yan on the floor. Meanwhile, this off-speed attack is one of the things that Marikina has not anticipating a few times already. Aguila showing your own version. Just putting that ball in the middle of the court of Quezon.
And it's nice how she was able to make an adjustment as a middle attacker. Kita natin na yung attacking niya came from the opposite. And also it's an advantage because she's a lefty too.
Basilio, back row hit. Picked up. Lero. To Palek. Yes! Picked up by Lero. Pero lumabas yung bola.
That attack was just too much para madepensahan ito ni Lero.
That was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
Now serving Shekinah Liesis.
Shekinah Liesis with an ace.
That's a service ace for Shekinah Liesis.
It's back-to-back point for Kyle Lieses.
For Quezon Mpva. 11 serving 4.
Lero to the middle. Blocked. Goes to Lenguaje. That went through.
Kanina itong si Lenguaje. Tumahimik siya for this set. And now we can then again feel her presence inside the court.
5 serving 11. Service error committed. You know, if they commit or get a point after that, yung error naman. So there is no consistency when it comes to, you know, working on getting more points for the Lady Shoemasters.
Almost a check ball on that last frame.
Marikina down by 6. Basilio to the middle with a drop. Nandun. The Garat hitting that cross court. It's the same spot, same result of speed hitting the middle part. It's an empty spot para dito sa Marikina. They need to be able to read and anticipate and cover that area. Balmedina off the block. Rojo. Rejected. Full swing. That will go to Quezon's way. Courtesy of Flore. On deck is Basilio.
Substitution, player number 11, Allen, and player number 24, Angel Monier.
Checking in for Quezon is Almonia, replacing the SS. Lero to the Garat. Basilio. Solo blocked by Balmedina. Lero. Oh, Rojo taking care of business in that last hit.
Rojo just making sure na nakaibabaw siya dun sa bola. Making that attack really on point. And that speed really made the floor defense for Marikina a struggle.
Serving for Quezon, Francesca Delgado. Lero to the Garat. Oh, too low. And just like that, Quezon Tangerines already having a 10-point lead. Pupunta tayo sa second technical timeout, 16-6.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Mapapanood nyo ang lahat ng laro ng MPVA games live and free. Exclusively sa pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. At maraming salamat sa ating media partners, Smart Sports at Puso Pilipinas. Quezon Tangerines also would like to thank their local sponsors, Governor Helen Tan, RD Tan, Doc Kim Tan, and Kong Mike Tan. Maraming salamat po. Meanwhile, there will be a substitution on the side of the Lady Shoe Masters. Val Medina is out, Digor is in. 7 serving 16.
Digor acting as a service specialist.
But that ball goes out.
Then again, errors are piling up on the side of Marikina Lady Shoe Masters.
Good first ball though. Lero setting this one up to Dagarat cross court. Too much power for Dagarat, and that was this game's community camp powered by pusop.com. Your game, your community. So join now. The team captain now serves for Marikina. Basilio goes to the opposite. Lero reading that, off-speed attack, and the offense of Quezon really challenges the floor defense of the Lady Shoe Masters.
And that's one of the jows na napanalunan nitong Quezon Tangerines, courtesy of Almonia.
10-point lead by Quezon. Aguila with a free ball. Delgado to the open. You like the reflexes of Lero in that last setup. But her teammates couldn't keep the ball alive. Almonia with an attack. Serving. 19 serving 8. Dagarat from the opposite. Just wiping it off through the blockers' hands of Quezon.
And we keep on hearing more from Dagarat. I think it's now time to hear more also from our other teammates dahil this should have been a team effort. But only one player seems to be stepping up para dito sa Marikina.
Great effort by the Lady Shoe Masters. Nasol setting this one to the opposite. Chansa para sa Marikina. Lenguaje tries over the blockers, did not work. Sasagot ang Quezon Tangerines. Easy down the line hit. That's Almonia. That was a power spike presented by Smart Power, all 99. Load now. Oh, that's a tough setup, but great adjustment by Palek.
Palek, kahit pinaraanan lang yung bola, managed to gain a point. Good adjustment there.
Now serving Mpva.
Sharp serve. Chance for Marikina. Lenguaje down the line, picked up. Free ball for the Lady Shoemasters. Mahirap atang gawan ng paraan yung ganong ka-challenging na setup coming from Dagarat.
Ito yung kinakailangan nila ngayon. Na kanina pa naman sila nire-remind is to work on their reception as well as passes. They need more precise na pasa ng bola ngayon.
Quezon only needs 4 to win this set and win the game. Free ball for the Tangerines. Cross-court attack. That time is flooring.
And we're now seeing na itong mga second stringers can also perform and showcase their skills.
Almonia serves. Lenguaje attempting to drop the ball, but the contact is just too low. Huge lead by Quezon. Setting this one to the open.
Another point came
Lubiano just showing off another powerful head cross court.
Still serving, Angel Almonia.
Quezon already at match point.
Serving 10.
Drop will not work for Marikina. Good net defense. Attack from the back. And that does it. Quezon Tangerines with a sweep for this match against Marikina Lady Shoemasters. Repeating, where they left off in their last match. And they continue to shine. The defending champions having a great start for the second round. It was, a better performance, better showing for the Lady Shoemasters during set number 1, but they were not able to sustain it. And the Quezon Tangerines rather able to cope and sustain their momentum from the start to the end of the match. And everyone on the roster for today was able to contribute points. And you can see the effort displayed here by the Quezon Tangerines. And that is the last sequence. The winning shot for the Quezon Tangerines, 25-10 is the score for set number 3.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play
Game!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play
Games!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play
Games!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play
Games!
with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
#26, #24, #25, #16, #25, #10, and this is Quezon Tangerines continue to win, and this is their 7th straight match. Just really becoming a good start for the second round. And of course, with everyone on the floor contributing, there's one who really did most of the efforts, doing 15 points, 13 attacks, and 2 aces. Lois.
And number really speaks for themselves. Showed no mercy, even present dito sa attacks, aces, and even she also set the momentum para dito sa kanyang koponan.
And of course, our queen of the court is none other than Kyle Yeses, and she's now with Fiona Bacani.
Ayan, so kasama nga po natin ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court, none other than Kyle Yeses. Kai, congratulations! Alam ko hindi naging madali, lalo na nung first set. Medyo nagsastruggle ang Quezon noon. Ano sa tingin mo yung nagpagising sa inyo para bumawi?
Siguro naman sa una, nanlalamig pa po kami. Pero habang tumatagal naman po, nakukuha na po yung rhythm nila. And yun lang, mag-enjoy lang naman po sa court. Yun lang.
Ngayon naman, Kai, gaano kahalaga itong pag-step up nyo ng ganito? Alam ko, maraming homegrown players, maraming second stringers ang naglaro sa game na to. So gaano kahalaga itong pag-step up mo at pag-step up ng iba pang players sa team para sa Quezon?
Actually, malaking bagay din po to sa team kasi para din po sa amin to. Para din po sa improvement ng mga bata and playing time din po nila. So medyo importante din po yung game na to na may matutunan sila kahit pa paano.
Ngayon naman, Kai, meron ka pa bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo? Friends, family, supporters?
Gusto ko po sana batiin yung nanay ko, si daddy, yung Leses family po namin, Bulag family sa Marikina, sila papa, mama, Quezon community. Ayan po, yung Quezon Tangerines and sa mga lahat po nagsusupport sa amin. Maraming salamat po. Yun lang po.
Ayan, so thank you and congratulations once again to Kyle Yeses and of course the rest of the Quezon Tangerines, our defending champions. And that's all from us. Over here, back to you, Sheila and Lois.
Thank you, Fiona, and congratulations to Kyle Yeses and the rest of Quezon Tangerines for getting this win. Definitely, Yeses and the rest of the team continues to shine today to get their first win of the second round and winning over, again, the Marikina Lady Shoemasters. But of course, let's take a look at what happened in the games. And here are your Smarts Powered Up Plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. First set, we've seen the Marikina Lady Shoemasters more aggressive. At nakita nga natin their effort when it comes to both departments, offense and defense, and working really hard with the teamwork of Lenguaje, Palek, Lero, definitely her services, and the other one is Dagarat. Hindi natin siya makakalimutan. That's why first set pa lang, we went extended 26 to 24 agad. Sa ganda ng pinakita ng Marikina, but their story changes nang makuha ng Quezon yung set number 1 papunta sa set number 2, Lois.
Well, from here, we saw a different story. From the set 1, we saw how improved the plays were and maturity while playing para dito sa Marikina. But come second set, it became, I think the intimidation was present on the side of Marikina. But on the other hand, para dito sa Quezon, they're just full of confidence. And yun naman ang nakita natin while playing dito sa the following sets.
That's correct. Pagdating naman sa set number 3, this is where, Quezon Tangerine continues to dominate, and we have the Lieses and everyone on the roster for today. Sa Quezon, nagamit yan na maximize ni Coach Jerry Yee. At nasabi nga ni Kai, this is, a good experience for them, giving, the other players in the roster time to shine and perform on the floor. At yan ang nakita natin. For Marikina, they're still finding their groove, finding their rhythm. And nung nakuha ng Quezon yung panalo on the first set pa lang, nawala na sila ng kumpiyansa going to the second and the third set. At we are still hoping that Marikina will be able to find their rhythm, along the way, kasi pasimula pa lang tayo ng second round at marami-rami pa silang magiging laro para dito sa tournament natin, Lois. And with that, malaking bagay din yung pagkawala ni Bridget Martinez for Marikina Lady Shoe Masters, because she was really one of the key factors and gems for the Lady Shoe Masters. But if we look at the stats, Lois,
as you can see here, Quezon Tangerines did gain 79 points over Marikina Lady Shoe Masters 50. In terms of attacks, halos kalahati. They really showcase their dominance in terms of the powerful variety of attacks. And also, kudos din dun sa mga pinasok na other pools dito sa side ng Quezon Tangerines, as it also build the confidence as an individual, which later on reflected dito sa kanilang team confidence. And also, as you can see here sa blockings, medyo mas lumamang itong Marikina, having 3 blocks over Quezon Tangerines, 1 block, and even sa aces. But apparently, as you can see here, the errors did really piled up on the side of Marikina. Dito kita natin 28 points over 17 na naglagay sa kanila dito sa alanganin, and also an advantage for Quezon that paid way to gain a win on this match.
well, if there's this one thing that I hope the Lady Shoe Masters will realize on their performance today, is that they can go up against really strong teams, formidable teams dito sa torneo natin, considering na kulang pa sila. Sa laro na to, wala si Chopitea, wala si Martinez, pero nagawa nilang i-extend yung first set. And you have only Palek, what else? Who else? Lero and Dagarat. And definitely for our tournament, wala pa tayo or hindi pa tayo natatapos, hindi pa natatapos ang ating mga laro. Magsisimula pa lang or nagsimula pa lang ang round 2. Game continues for October or on October 28, Tuesday. Dadayo naman tayo sa Strike Gymnasium sa Bacoor, Cavite. And we will have 2 matches. Match 1, it's going to be Dasmariñas City Monarchs going up against Binyan Tatak Arellano Chiefs at 1. And for 3 p.m., it's going to be World City Colleges Marikina Lady Shoe Masters versus Pasay Lady Voyagers at 3 p.m. Match 3, it's San Juan Lady Knights DHTSI going up against the defending champs Quezon Tangerines at 5 p.m. On behalf of our courtside reporter Fiona Bacani and my partner for today, Lois Santa Maria, this has been Sheila Salaysay. At maraming salamat sa panonood ng 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang liga para sa lahat.